Good morning, good evening, and a good afternoon to all the viewers around the world. This is Denzamos. It's part of my morning routine, so I'm having the usual walks I do in the mornings. Although today is it's cold, and like I said before, the download comes in, I drop it the way it is, because I prefer not to wait. When I wait more, it's like the message doesn't come out the way I want it to. As always, welcome to my page and the channel. You can always subscribe if you're new and the content resonates. And for the ones who have always been with me, I welcome you to the page. It's the page of enlightenment and the page of freedom and the page of breaking empaths free. So today, I would like to ask you guys to lend me both of your ears. I'm going to talk about the woke narcissist. Now, I'm sure you've not heard about this anywhere. It may there may be one or few pages that they have talked about this, but in this video, I'm going to talk about the woke narcissist. Now, people, remember when you're waking up, God is going to start to reveal to you, like I've said previously in my videos, God is going to start to reveal to you everything that the enemy has ever hidden from you, has always hidden from you. You're going to start getting the revelations. And as you're doing that, in one of the biggest revelations you might come across with is someone that they call the woke narcissist. Now, this one I think is one of the most dangerous, because a woke narcissist, you can understand also that as you're waking up from abuse, if your eyes are starting to open and you're waking up from abuse, you're raising your level of consciousness, and by doing that also your energy levels rise to some degree. And there are also narcissists who are looking for that kind of fuel. As you wake up and you raise your energy levels double or even triple. There are also narcissists who are running after that type of fuel. If you ever wake up and you all of a sudden notice that you're still meeting narcissists, to some extent you are still coming across narcissists and you're still meeting them on your way, it is very likely those are woke narcissists. Now, a woke narcissist, what they do, they understand that the world is waking up, and they understand that many victims of abuse, and these woke narcissists are usually the ones who are like getting older, the ones who are aging. Eventually they're aging, and they have come to that realization that they have always been narcissists. So those narcissists, usually what happens is that they understand that it is almost going to be impossible for them to get supply. It is almost going to be impossible for them to get the fuel, the supply, to give them the fuel that they're looking for. It is going to be more difficult for them. So what they do, they are going to imitate the awakening process. They are going to imitate an awakened empath. They are going to imitate awakening. They are going to imitate empathy to the highest degree. They are going to imitate awakening. And what they do, they will always come out, or even want to appear or show themselves as being awakened. And by doing that, what they do, they go very deep and dig very deep into spirituality. They will read a lot of books. They will learn. They will read. They will watch. They will do everything that an awakened person does. They will pray. They will read the Bible. They will pray. They will fast. They will meditate. They will do everything. Because behind the scenes, an awakened narcissist, if they do not show up themselves, if they don't show up as awakened, it's going to be very obvious for a victim to notice that they're dealing with narcissists. So they have got to play, they have got to double up, they have got to level up. So what they do, they level up the game, and they show up or turn up themselves as being awakened. So most of the cases when you're awakening from this kind of abuse, or from this kind of narcissistic abuse, you're also going to realize that there's always going to show up a lot of these individuals who call themselves also awakened. You may not have met one, but I can prepare you, and I want to prepare you in this video, that there's a group of narcissists also who show themselves, or who want to turn out to be awakened. At the end of the day, they come in front of you, they want to get in touch with you, they want to connect with you, they want even to get into a relationship with you as an awakened empath, and they will also try to make sure that they show up as awakened. So they are very deep into spirituality. You know what I mean? They're deep into spirituality, they're deep into religion, they are praying a lot, they're meditating, they are fasting, they are doing all these kind of things. But behind the scenes, they are narcissists. Because you see, at the end of the day, awakening, the only thing they don't understand, because a narcissist does not feel the same way, the same way that you do. They do not have that level of empathy. So what they do not understand is that awakening actually starts with the spirit. It's your spirit that is awakening, but a narcissist does not have one almost. The narcissist has got an empty soul, and the narcissist has got a dead spirit. So the only thing they don't understand, and they can never come to understand, is that you as an empath, you are awakening on spiritual level. Your spirit is awakening. So what they do, they can imitate this awakening on physical level. They can imitate this awakening on physical level. So they can try to show up to lie. They can try to show the world everything about spirituality. They will read a lot of books. They will fast. They will meditate. They will pray. Each and everything that awakened people do, they are going to imitate all those actions and all those patterns, because what they are doing behind the scenes is that they are preparing themselves. They are preparing themselves for an awakened empath. It is a very high level of narcissist. The awakened one actually is one of the most difficult ones, because they will show up in front of you as awakened. They will show up in front of you as very religious, very awakened, very, very, very spiritual. So behind the scenes, they are narcissists, because a narcissist is very difficult. It's impossible for a narcissist to awaken. It is very difficult. They can awaken to the fact that they are narcissists. It's possible. Because like I've said always in my videos, narcissism is on spiritual level. If you want to understand narcissism, the depth of narcissism and narcissists, you have got to understand this subject on spiritual level. That is when everything is going to make sense to you. So the narcissists, they cannot awaken. It is not possible for a narcissist to awaken, because a person awakens with spirit. It is your spirit that is awakening. The bigger giant in you is awakening, but the narcissists don't have one. They do not have a soul. They are soulless. A person who feeds off another person's energy, a person who feeds off someone else's energy, cannot generate energy by himself. They cannot tap into divine energy. They cannot tap into divine power. And that is the reason why they are soulless. And the person who is soulless, there's nothing to awaken. They can awaken and wake up in the morning and realize and come to that acceptance that actually they are narcissists. Even if they cannot do nothing about it, they are narcissists, because their soul has already been corrupted, or their soul is even dead. But at the end of the day, it does not matter. In this video, I want to make it very clear. It does not matter somebody comes in front of you and tells you that they are awakened. They are awakened, and they are going to start imitating all these narcissist stories. I had a narcissist before, and the narcissist did this. I was involved with in a marriage. The guy or the woman was a narcissist, and whatever. They imitate all these stories, because now they understand they are the narcissist, and they are the ones who have been playing the game. So they know how the game has always been playing, and they are going to imitate. They are going to imitate the whole story. They are going to read the whole story. It is almost going to make you look like it's believable. They are going to turn themselves out. You will believe that you can trust them or you can believe them, because everything they are saying seems to be the truth. But this is simply because they are narcissists. If you have been in a narcissistic relationship, you know all the patterns. You know the game. You know the playbook. You know what they do each and every single day. And you cannot go wrong. When you meet a narcissist, it will be very obvious. You will know from the red flags, from the things they are going to show you or even do in front of you, you will know that you're dealing with a narc. So it will be very obvious when you start to see the patterns. It does not matter how awakened somebody will tell you they are. It does not matter how many times they meditate in the day. It does not matter what they know about spirituality, because all these things, they have learned them from the books. They have seen them on TV. They have seen them on YouTube. They have seen them on the media. They have even heard them from the friends. So they are just imitating. They may even have gone for classes, spirituality classes, because they want to make sure that they master the game perfectly. They master the game well. They know each and everything they are going to do when they meet an awakened empath. Because the reason why the narcissist is imitating awakening, imitating waking up, that is because they are getting ready. They know the world is waking up. They know the empaths are waking up, and we are taking back the power. And they know at one point in time it is going to almost be impossible to meet the match that they're looking for. So they have got to now start to play the game, start to imitate the game of awakening, start to imitate, start to pretend, start to lie. They will start to project themselves, or even to appear. They try to appear that they are also awakened. The reason why they are doing that, because they are preparing for the people who are awakening. They are preparing for the empaths who are also awakening from abuse. Because at the end of the day, they are growing older. It is more and more difficult for them to find a source of supply. As a narcissist is very difficult. We know that these people, they cannot fix themselves, and nobody can fix them. Because they have got a corrupt soul, and they have got a dead spirit. They have got nothing in them. So they know at a later stage in time, it is almost going to be impossible for them to find a mate, to find a partner, to find a wife or a husband. So what they have to do to achieve that, to find somebody to be with them, even at least for a short, even long, whatever it is, for some period of time. But we all know that when a narcissist is aging, we all know that they cannot handle a long relationship, a lengthy relationship. They can never have a long-standing relationship. They just jump in and out with people. So what they have to do in that case, in this video, I'm making you aware, there's a group of people called the awakened narcissists. Those narcissists, they are going to be very difficult to see, because they turn out to be very spiritual. They are meditating, they are praying a lot, they are fasting, they are going to churches. Even sometimes you find them in churches, they are reading the Bible. They even know the scriptures very well, perfectly, where they can read the scriptures in front of you. But those narcissists, actually, people, I want to be very close. I want to pay very close attention. You to pay very close attention. They are not awakened. They are not spiritual in any way. They are simply narcissists, and they can do nothing about it. The only thing why they are coming out and showing themselves, appearing to be spiritual, because they are trying to align with awakening empaths. The empaths are awakening at this level, at this stage. People have started awakening, and people have started to realize and understand what is narcissism. So some of the narcissists now, they are jumping out of that hole and starting to pretend to be awakened. They are starting to act spiritual. They are starting to act religious. They are starting to read the Bible, preach. Even sometimes they are pastors. They are meditating. They are fasting. They are doing each and everything that spiritual people do. So when you meet them, it may be very hard for you to notice. It may be hard for you to notice that actually you're dating a narcissist. It is still always, I'm always telling you, I'm also telling you in this video, anytime when you get out of the narcissistic relationship, keep the signs, keep the flags, keep the red flags, keep all the patterns with you. You have seen the playbook for a long period of time, and now you can read the patterns. You can understand exactly who is a narcissist. Anybody who comes in front of you, it does not matter how spiritual, how religious they say they are, they claim to be, or they say they are. It does not matter the depth of their spirituality. You have got to look through the mask. You can already see the mask, because when you wake up, you are capable to look through the mask. You can see these individuals for who they are. Even without having to spend years with them, you can see a narcissist who is a narcissist very quickly, without even having somebody to tell you about this. You can see a narcissist in front of you. So people, in this video, I want to make it very clear. If you have awakened, finally, you've understood who you are. At that point in time now, you know the drill, right? I said in my previous video, I said when you wake up, stay woke. It is very important. Stay woke and keep on healing. Because the narcissists, when they realize we're waking up, there is very many empaths who are waking up. Very many around the world who are waking up. There are thousands, even millions, they're waking up. And the narcissists, they know the empaths are waking up. And the second wave of narcissists now, we are most likely going to see, we have started seeing it, and we are also going to keep on seeing it, is the wave of narcissists who are pretending to be awakened, who are claiming and pretending to be awakened, because they are only doing that so that they can align themselves with the awakened empaths. They will do what the awakened people do. They will do what they will pretend that they are woke. They will pretend that they are awakened and keep on doing those things that awakened people do, because they are trying to align themselves with the awakened empaths. An awakened empath radiates double or even triple energy, because now you are fueling up from divine. You are tapping into the divine energy. You are tapping into divine source. You're tapping into energy source. You're tapping into the divine power. You're tapping. You're one-on-one with God. You're in alignment with the divine. So your energy is double or even triple. And the narcissist, there's a wave of energy, people. In this video, I want to make you aware. There is a wave of narcissists who are going to start showing up as awakened. The only reason they are doing that, because they're trying to align themselves with the empaths who are now awakening to abuse, who are awakening and realizing that actually there's people called narcissists. So they can see them very quickly too for who they are. So the narcissists now, they are also going to follow up with the game. They are going to fake the awakening and follow up with the game, so that now they can tap into and align with those people who are actually awakening, the empaths who are actually awakening, so that they can get into them and tap into their energy, as always, like they've always done. So in this video, people, that's all I wanted to say. Stay safe, and always make sure, if you have awakened, stay woke, and always make sure, keep on praying, keep on healing, meditate if you can, fast if you can. But on the way, if you meet a person who is coming out and telling you that they are awakened, the only thing they cannot hide is the red flags. The red flags will always pop up every now and then, because they are simply narcissists, and they cannot hide that madness. They cannot hide the madness, and they cannot cover up the red flags, because the red flags, they are very deep within their soul, and you will always see the flags. When you see the flag, do not ask one or two questions. Just step out of that, because you are dealing with a spiritual narcissist. People, in my video, that's it I wanted to say. Much love and blessings. I'll keep on my walk, and hope to get back to you in my next video. Much love and blessings. Desmo signing out.